Hello, readers and writers. I'm MJ, and welcome to Thursday's Productivity Sprint, where we are going to get things done. And no, you're not seeing things. Yes, the setup is slightly different. I had to rearrange things on my desk, and so we're trying something different for the stream. I think this will work, um, but if it's changed, that is why. So, welcome to this Thursday where we are going to hopefully get some things done. Let me know what you plan on getting done in today's stream. And if you are watching this after, let me know what you did in today's stream. Leave a comment. I love to hear it. Um, so, I have a story. I'm not probably can't touch the computer now. All right, I'm probably not going to tell it straight away, but yesterday was my birthday. So I first want to thank everyone who had a chance to order the Immortal Part of Myself, and in between, that birthday celebration was very much a success, more so than I even anticipated or hoped for. So that is all thanks to y'all, and I really, really appreciate the support. So yesterday for my birthday, me and the kid went to downtown LA to visit a couple bookstores. There was three that we were going to go visit initially, but we only ended up going to two. But that's okay because those two were amazing and spectacular. So I will tell about those visits as we go through today's stream because it's definitely an experience that I want to share. And for pictures and visuals, one, I will be putting a vlog up on my channel, so stay tuned for that. But you also can go check out my Instagram and my TikTok, which are linked down below to find even more information. It looks like Fly Swatter has already started to drop into our stream today. There he is in the corner, if you can see him. Um, Oh, yeah, he's mad because I had to put some stuff on his chair. So here's what I'm going to be doing in my sprint. The very first one is I'm going to be cleaning off his chair so that he's not going to be mad at us through the whole live stream because I have some things that were on my desk on his chair. So those will be going back onto the desk. Also, I am going to be working on um, Neurodiverse. I finished editing chapter I want to say, oh, there he is going really mad at me. Um, Let me double check. Yeah, I finished chapter 27. And so today, let's see, chapter 28, 29, and 30. So I think my goal is going to be 3 chapters again. I did it last time while also working on some other work, so I think it's extremely doable. Um, and the chapters look like they're not going to be too edit heavy, so that's great. So my goal is 3 chapters. And just a reminder, I will hopefully remind you at the end of the stream also. There will be no live streams next week. I will be on a break, but then I will be back the next week on Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And yep, see, he's very much not happy. Um, to do some more doing some more getting stuff done. So next week I don't think I'm going to work on edits. I think I'm going to work on getting my new book drafted because I want to work on that in July, getting that written for Camp NaNoWriMo. That has been my goal. So let me go ahead and get us a timer set up. If anyone has any preference about what they would like to watch, just let me know and we can start out with that. Um, all right. Make sure this is going to. Oh, it wants me to use Chrome. All right. I'm not on I'm going to have to start streaming from my laptop. So slight change, but that's all good. Um, we've got this. Let me know what timer you want in the comments, and that is what we will work on. I want to watch from this account. There we go. All right. So while I'm doing this, I'll start telling you a little bit about the adventure that I had. Well, we had. So we decided to go to downtown LA, and we live at the end of the county, and so we decided that instead of driving in, we're going to go ahead and take the train in, the metro. And so we did that, and that ended up being kind of an adventurous experience. But we made it to. We went and visited the last book shop. There we go. That last bookstore. Yeah, because I wanted to say shop, but that one is in the last bookshop is in London. The last bookstore is in downtown LA, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And I will tell you about it. Oh, okay. I'm not actually into my channel. That's why. There we go. I was going to say, I thought I had a playlist. And I do. Here they are. So I don't see anyone commenting what their preferences are. So I think I'm going to go from the top. I don't think it's been a while since we started with the autism timer. So let's go ahead and start with that. And now we can share. There we go. We are all set. So let's go ahead and do a 30-minute sprint. I will clean off the cat's chair so that he can sit and join us off screen. And after the sprint, I will come back and tell you a little bit more about our experience. All right, ready? And let's go. All right. Welcome back. How did your sprint go? What were you able to get done? I have gotten, okay, well, first of all, when I was taking chapters, I stopped on chapter 30 and didn't realize. So when I went back and started working on edits, I didn't realize that I was starting on the wrong chapter and it made no sense. So I made some edits trying to make the transition smoother until I realized that the reason the transition was not smoother was because it was the wrong place. So I undid all of that work and went back to the correct chapter. And since then, I did 644 words that were edited. I'm okay with them. I think this is definitely more of a transitional world building kind of chapter. And I'm a little concerned it doesn't have like enough action. So we'll see. Um, as I read through it, I may have to go back in and do edits again. Um, I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on this chapter. But before we get started, I do want to say Happy Pride Month. It is June 1st, which means it is the first day of Pride Month. So, yay! Um, and then let's start talking a little bit about this nice adventure that we went on yesterday. So, we live on the outskirts of LA County and wanted to go into the city, and so decided that since I didn't want to make the drive and parking down there is like next to impossible anyways, that we were going to take the metro. And so we had taken the metro before. It was shortly after COVID, not like too long, because we actually ventured out, and we didn't venture out until things had calmed down a fair bit. But um, there were still like COVID restrictions. People were still supposed to be wearing masks and that kind of things, at least in LA County. And we went, and it was a great way to get downtown. We also went on a Saturday, so I don't know if that had some impact on it. It was like, okay, we'll go downtown and we'll take the metro. That sounds like a great thing to do. It worked well last time. So um we took the metro and it did not work so well this time. We get on and the first thing is it's already like dirtier than it was before. But again, they stopped the cleaning measures, so that wasn't a huge surprise. And we get there and we're riding for a little bit and everything's fine. There's a few people sleeping on there and stuff, but nothing concerning. And then someone gets on the metro with a taser and lifts the taser up in the sky and says, "If y'all come near me, I'm going to tase you." And then actually like pushes the button and sets the taser off. So I guess this is kind of a normal occurrence for the metro because everyone else just kind of looked to make sure he wasn't going to actually do anything and then went about their day. Except me, who does not ride the metro regularly, was a little bit more not okay with it. But whatever. Everyone's fine. If there's something happens, there's plenty of people on there to have everyone's back. So hope for the best. Well, what we didn't know is that they had actually started construction on the metro. And since when I'd made the plan, that wasn't anywhere on anything that this was going to happen, I didn't factor that into the plan. And the construction had either started that day or like the day before. And so there wasn't like a lot of signage or anything explaining it. And maybe there still won't be. Um, but it was very confusing. So we finally realized that the train's not going to take us all the way to downtown LA. So, okay. We get off at the last stop and we're waiting on the platform that's already full because people are getting off and we're trying to figure out what's happening. Um, Obviously, we're with a whole bunch of people that we don't know. One of those people I know has a taser. Um, and we're waiting, and another train comes and people get off. And people getting off that train, I guess, I don't know exactly, but I think they were very upset that they had to get off. Um, and someone started picking some sort of fight or something. It was all at the other end, um, and so now we've had like multiple trains that have come, and I'm like, people are still like screaming, and so I'm like, okay, well, let's see how far we actually are away, and it was too far to walk. I couldn't figure out like everyone was waiting for something to come, but didn't know what was coming. There was very little signs about what was happening. Everyone seemed pretty confused. Um, and so I was like, well, I mean, we're already close. What if we just take an Uber the rest of the way? And so I asked the kid because, we're both autistic, being in a really crowded place with a bunch of people in a place we don't know. I mean, it isn't the best experience for anyone, but it's very overwhelming, without plan changes and everything. And so it's just trying to make the best of the situation. So, we decide that we're going to take an Uber in the rest of the way. Um, and we go to leave, and apparently someone was very insulted by that, and started screaming at us for leaving the platform. Um, and so thankfully, I just ignored them and had the kid walk in front of me and walk off, and everything was fine. So everyone was fine, but it was just a lot of different experiences together, that were a lot. So we did not take the metro home. We ended up taking an Uber, and taking an Uber from LA, the city of LA, to the end of LA County is not the best financial decision that you can make. But there we go. All right, so that is the drama of the trip. After the next sprint, I will tell you about the really good part of the trip, which is the actual bookstore. So we'll tell about the first one that we went to, the last bookshop. So let's go ahead and get started with our next sprints, and let's just go ahead and go in order. So that means that next it is the writing sprints. Oh, I did actually get the chair cleaned off for the cat, and then he sat and stayed on the little footrest there instead of using it because that. And no, I don't even know where he went. So he's probably hanging out with the kid. All right, so let's do the writing timer, and let's go ahead and get started. All right. Welcome back. Time is up. Let me get this pause. There we go. How did you do in your sprints? Let me check. Was really into it when it ended. Wrote 992 words in total for the entire sprint. So not as many in that time because I did eat dinner. But also I am actually adding like rewriting this scene. So this chapter is going to take me a little longer than expected, but much needed. So um, I'm I'm glad I'm putting in the work because the chapter absolutely needs it. So before we go to the next sprint, I was talking about the journey we took yesterday to downtown LA to go to the bookstores. And so the first bookstore that we went to is the Last Bookstore. The last book stop is in London, and the last bookstore is in downtown LA. And from the outside, it's a very unassuming building. Like we barely could really find it, honestly. Um, but thankfully, we knew it was there. So we found the front door, and we walk in, and it's very cute. I mean, I don't know if cute's quite the right word, but it definitely has a lot of really cool features to it. And we go look on the books, and there's a combination of new books with used books all mixed in, and there's really great selection. There was a whole like graphic novel slash manga section, which the kid was really excited about, and there was a middle grade section, and um, it was great. I found like the local section and picked up a book by Raymond Carver, which I've been wanting to reread him for a while now because I haven't read him in like 20 years, I think. And so that was really exciting, and it was just really fun, really cute. There's definitely a whole aesthetic going on, and then we realized there was an upstairs. um so we go upstairs, and it just like, I don't know, it just kind of takes it to a whole another level because there's like one, you can see from the upstairs, you can see down all, on all the books, and so that was really that it was just really kind of cool to kind of look into the main part of the bookstore. But then there's like all of these like book art displays. But then there's actually like artists on display. So within the bookstore, there's like mini stores where there's done by like independent artists. There's art for display on the walls and parts of it. And so that was really cool. But then like the bookshelves upstairs are not like traditional bookshelves. They're like curved, and they just like have this whole aesthetic. And right when you get up is the science fiction section, and I probably could have stayed there forever. Um, but I had my kid with me, and I didn't want to like buy everything because we still had to carry it home. But I did find some really good condition Star Trek books, so that was very exciting. And so we move in, and there's like a tunnel that you can walk in under the books, and then there's just like, I don't know, just a lot of really cool. It's just really cool vibe. Um, and then when you go, so that already is like great, like seeing all of that. But then we just kept going and kept going, and the upstairs is like, I don't know, like twice the size as the downstairs. I think there's just so many books, and on like everything they're like sectioned out, and like every time we like exited a room, there was another room full of books until we hit the last wall. And so it's called the Last Bookstore. And then we hit the last wall at the last bookstore, which was hilariously funny. Um, at least I thought so. Whoever created it probably thought so also. And that's the wall is like their discount books. And there wasn't really anything great there, but just seeing the wall was really cool. So I'm not entirely sure how much time we spent in the store, but I'm thinking it was probably at least like 2 hours, I'm guessing. And so if you are ever in the downtown LA area, it is definitely a bookstore to check out. It was just like one, you get bookstore, you get used bookstore, you get new bookstore. So there's just a variety for everyone. But then it's like the vibe is almost like you feel like you just went to an amusement park, but only if you're a book nerd. So after that, we went to another store. It's really cool, but I will tell you about that um, after the next sprint. So let's go ahead and pick our next timer. I'm just going in order today. So that means the next timer is going to be Jupiter. Let me get this ready. And there we go. So feel free to share what you're working on in the chat. But let's go ahead and get started with our next sprint. All right, welcome back. I hope that you were able to be productive during that sprint. I think I was. I'm having to add a whole other scene to this chapter, and I'm still adding it in, but that's okay because it's much needed. I actually have just finished adding that scene in, but now I'm in another one that I think I'm gonna have to tweak. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm at 1,755 words for the entire sprint, so not bad at all. And to continue on with the trip we took to downtown LA yesterday, uh, after we went to the last bookstore, we ended up walking over to Little Tokyo to a store that I can't remember the exact name. I know it starts with K, um, but it is a bookstore that specifically focuses on manga because it's Japanese oriented, and but there was a lot more than even just manga in the bookstore, so I was really excited. And when you go in, first of all, it's in a shopping center that is has a lot of Japanese inspired or Japanese shops. So when you go into the actual bookstore, there's a lot of like I don't know trinkets, like little pens and like notepads and like all of that little blind boxes, that kind of stuff. Which obviously is always fun to look at. There's stationary items and just like a lot of fun stuff to look at. We ended up getting a blind box of a hat to put on a cat, and the blind box was Kirby inspired. And so we ended up getting like the hat of Kirby's sidekick, who I don't know their name to. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the hat's for. We have to actually double check that. Um, but I don't know if they could actually put it on the cat's head to see if it fits. But it was still really fun. So we ended up walking around. I found a signed edition to oh my gosh, now I can't even remember the name. So it's an author I absolutely love. She wrote the Divergent series, and I really have liked a lot of her newer books. But this is the newest novella, which wasn't exactly my favorite, but it's signed and I picked it up. Um, and then the kid got a lot of manga. Some My Hero Academia to fill in their collection, but then also picked up some new stuff to try. So that was really great. I got a book by what's his name? He writes the Wind Up Bird Chronicles. So I got one of his that I haven't really heard of in a lot. So I just kind of looked through them and decided on the one that I thought was the most interesting. And I've read some of his other stuff before, so I know that I enjoy his writing. Although the last one I picked was a little mystical. It was really weird. This one definitely seems a little more contemporary, so I'm interested in trying it. There was a lot of books to choose from. There was a lot of Asian authors' books. There were also contemporary, like popular fiction books, also, but then like just aisles and aisles of manga and manga written in Japanese. So that was really cool. Um, we didn't pick any of that up because neither of us speak Japanese at all. But it was really still really cool to like look at and just to know that it's there. Um, so that was a really fun bookstore also. But between like the whole experience and then just walking in between bookstores, we were really really tired. Um, but the actual name of the bookstore and like that is on my Instagram, so I've tagged them. It's up in my stories, so you can go check it out there. But it was really a fun experience. After that, we grabbed an Uber and headed back home. But ended up with a lot of books. And I have no regrets. It was a great experience. So yeah, that was how I spent my birthday yesterday. It was a really great choice, if I have to say so myself. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We've already done 3 sprints, so that's great. So we have one timer left, which is in between timer. I was hoping to get 3 chapters done today, and I'm still on the first one, so I don't think that's going to happen. So let's see what we're doing, like where we are after the sprint, to see how long we're going to go tonight. Right now, I'm thinking two more sprints, and then we'll end up calling a night. So this one and the next one will be our last. But let's see how we're doing after this one before I officially call it. So let me maximize this, and it started playing. So let me fix that. Not sure why maximizing it triggered it to play, but whatever works. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get started on our next sprint. All right, welcome back. How did that sprint go? I am not done with the chapter, but I'm almost done with the chapter. I'm still running through last bit of grammar checks, but the chapter is currently at 2,208 words. I'm just, doing that last go through. I didn't get it done before the timer started. But I'm much happier with how the chapter is now as compared to it was when it started. So that's really good. I might start on a chapter 29 to see how far I get in the next sprint, because I definitely want to maximize the time in the next sprint. But I do think this next sprint is going to be our last one, because there's no way, even unless I work really late tonight, that I'm going to get the second chapter finished. So we'll go ahead and put on our, where's it there, the banner that this is the last sprint of the night for anyone that happens to drop in. And I have a feeling that if I ask anyone for a timer, they're going to pick the cat and dog timer, since we have done all the ones that I have created. So why don't I just go ahead and pull that one up if I can find it. There we go. There it is. All right, this account has ads. I accidentally had to log into the wrong account on this computer. There we go. So now, be on the right one. All right, and I will be logged into the correct account when we are here. If it will stop playing. All right. We're here because this computer was not logged into YouTube on this browser. Yep, here we go. See, the cat and dog one. I knew there was going to be a call for it, and I preemptively found it. All right. Maybe I will make a cat timer while I'm actually off next week. And just a reminder that I'm not streaming next week, and then I will be back normally next Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. In case I forget when this is over, I just am not going to be available next week. All right, so let's go ahead and start. And remember, this one does meow and bark at the end, so don't be surprised.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums.
All right, welcome back. Oh, what a difference a chapter makes. So I spent so much time having to rewrite the last chapter, and this one is so much better. It flows so much better that I actually am almost at the end of it. So I'm not going to do another sprint. I'm definitely going to end the live, but I'm probably going to finish up this chapter tonight. Um, so sometimes it's just amazing what you get. So I hope everyone was able to get some stuff done. And remember, I am not streaming next week, but then I will be back the rest of June on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I hope that you are able to join me then. And you know, in the meantime, you can go ahead and check out my Instagram and my TikTok because I will be posting some videos and pictures there. So, like always. But as always, keep reading, keep writing, and until next time.